Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Today I have a lens kit for you. It is the Apexel Deluxe 5-in-1 lens kit. I bought this unit off of GearBest, and I believe it cost me about $12 Australian. So not a bad deal. I've purchased other ones in the past, cheaper ones, usually found on eBay and stuff like that. And I mean, they kind of do the job, but the quality is pretty lacking. So I wanted to try out a different one. Something a little bit better. Like I said, this one caught my eye, didn't break the bank, looked pretty decent in the photos. Let's get to it. So if you see here, the model number on this is a APL DG5H. I don't know if that really means anything. But as you can see, it is an interesting package. It comes in this nice hard case, if I can get it off. The issue is that it has this carabiner up at the top for some reason. But anyway, I guess you can attach that to your bag or something like that so you don't lose it. But anyway, as I mentioned before, the packaging is the case itself, and it's pretty solid. It's nice and hard, so it could definitely take a bit of a beating, and you don't have to worry about the lenses inside getting scratched up or broken or anything like that. But as far as it stands, I mean, there's no logo or any sort of embossment on the case itself. It's just a plain black case, which I like. Let's unzip this guy and have a look at the lenses inside. All right, okay, cool. So looks like right here you have your kind of manual. So if we look here, I mean, it's not much to it, but it does tell you what it includes. Okay, so they said that it's a 5-in-1 lens kit. It's actually only 4 lenses and the one kind of clip screwing thing that goes actually on your phone. So I mean, that's fine. So you get a wide angle and macro lens, you get a fisheye lens, a telephoto lens, and a CPL lens. A decent collection of lenses there for a wide variety of shooting ranges. It looks like the manual comes in different languages as well, so that's always a plus. What do we got here? So this is a little microfiber cloth. Okay, it's branded. So obviously pretty nice. Can clean the lens there with that guy. Always a welcome thing. All right, so now here's the bread and butter here. Here's what we're really after. Okay, so everything is held in place by one of these kind of like molded styrofoam deals, which is really premium. I mean, I really didn't expect much of this thing. Like I said, I've purchased really cheap ones before in the past, and this is by far the best packaging I've ever seen for something so incredibly cheap. But anyway, first and foremost, you have the little lens clip, and you have the screw ring. So that's where the lenses actually fit on. You unclip this guy, clip it over the lens of your smartphone, and you're good to go. So let's have a look at some of these lenses here. If I can get them out, they're really in there. Jeez. Okay, so each lens comes with its own little lens cap, which is nice. So as you can see here, this one's the fisheye lens. We take that off. Okay, so the glass there looks pretty good. Everything is very premium build quality. I'm very impressed. Everything that I've seen before, a lot of the cheaper ones, like I said, that I've gotten off of eBay, plasticky, garbage. I mean, they're kind of serviceable, but not really. But this definitely is significantly better. So this guy here, right there, what's that? That's our wide angle lens, so that's a 0.63. So your macro as well, so that's cool. All right, now what's this guy here? Hang on, some of these are really hard to get out of here. So this one here's your telephoto lens. So you can even see right there that it's pretty good quality. Very impressed so far. I'm really looking forward to seeing what these things can actually do when adhered onto the phone. this one I can't even get off. So this one looks like it is your CPL mobile phone lens. I'm not even sure what that is. I don't know, maybe one of you guys knows and can let me know in the comments. But again, first impressions, really, really nice. I think it's great packaging. Everything is seated in there really well. The build quality of everything seems really nice. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to chuck some of these lenses on a phone, and we'll see what they look like. All right. Okay, so we're back. As you can see, my model today is a tiny little Dambo, cute little cardboard robot thing. And the first one that I'm trying out is the fisheye lens. For the purposes of this test, I'm using a Xiaomi Redmi 3S, just with the stock photo app. So hopefully you guys can see this, but that's sort of what it looks like normally. And when we pop this lens on, now it's going to be kind of hard for me to see, but so as you can see, that's the fisheye right there. Does a reasonably good job. You can see how there's some of that blurring. So I mean, the lens, you'd have to fiddle around with it a bit to get it exactly how you want it to sit. But otherwise, I mean, it does a decent job. It definitely has that fisheye rounded effect. So definitely pretty good. And it's seated on there really, really tightly. It's not going to move unless you really hit it up against something. So it's definitely, you can rest assured that this guy isn't going to budge. All right, let's try out a different lens. Okay, guys, so we're going to try out a different lens. This one here is the 0.63 times wide angle lens. All right, let's just chuck this on here. Okay, line that up. So again, seated really nicely. Sorry for that. So as you can see, I mean, it's really, really hard to tell with a close-up subject like this. I mean, if I take it off, you can see the difference. Am I super impressed with that particular lens? Not particularly, but then again, I'm not a photographer. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you guys can appreciate that, but it's probably not one that I'm going to be utilizing all that much, but you guys might. All right, let's try out the next one. Okay, so we're back, and this is the one that I'm really interested in. This is the telephoto lens. So first, you can see there's Dambo in the screen of the Redmi. Now let's pop this guy on. It's hard to sort of line up, but yeah, I mean, you can see I'm not super impressed with it. It does have that blurring right around the edge. Doesn't sit over my lens particularly well. As you can see, it does significantly magnify. I think it's a 3 times magnification. It does a decent job, but again, it does have that blurring around the edges, which again, it's going to be dependent on the actual lens of your camera on your phone, if it can sit over without creating that blurring effect. Some people may like that. I mean, I know in Instagram and stuff like that, you can put filters and whatever on there in order to create that sort of effect. So, I mean, if you like that, that's a plus for you. For me, I'd rather have the clean image. And again, could just be because of the phone that I'm using. But anyway, let's check out the last one. Okay, so this is the last lens. This is that mystery CPL lens. Now, again, I'm not a photographer, so I'm not really sure what that means. On the side there, it says CPL mobile phone lens. Again, okay, so this is the last lens. This is that mystery CPL lens. Now, again, I'm not a photographer, so I'm not really sure what that means. On the side there, it says CPL mobile phone lens. Again, I'm not entirely sure what CPL stands for, but let's have a look. So again, that's what Dambo looks like, just in the normal lens. Let's pop this lens on, see if we can get it on as close as possible here. Try to minimize that blurring effect around the edges. Okay, so I'm not really sure what that does at all. Again, it doesn't seem to really do much to the image. Pretty much looks exactly the same. So again, not entirely sure what that CPL lens means. It's probably by far the most useless of the bunch as far as I'm concerned. I will say this though, while some of the lenses, the quality, I mean, I'd have to play around with them a little bit more, different conditions. I mean, I know we're just sitting here right now, we're taking a photo of this little toy. So, I mean, you know, it really depends on you know, what you're shooting, your subject, the lighting that you have, and all that sort of thing. But I will say that I am very impressed with the Apexel packaging. I think it's really good build quality. It feels very premium. It feels very snug. Everything screws in really nicely. The clip itself adheres to your phone really nicely. Everything just has a really good build quality feel. And I mean, for 12 bucks, Australian, and again, that's, you know, $9 US or something like that. I'm not sure on the conversion, but I mean, for 12 bucks Australian, you can't beat it. And it's $12, in my opinion, well spent compared to, you know, some of those other cheapy, no-name brand stuff that you find on eBay. So if you're in the market for a lens kit for your smartphone, definitely give this one a look. I think it's, again, really good.